and welcome here to TalkFCB, and welcome right here, guys, to full reaction to what is one of the strangest games I have ever been involved in. Because tonight, I think Barça started the game well. We looked really promising in the opening minutes. But after that, we were under serious pressure. There was questions about the tactics we're going to come on to all of that stuff. But right the way through this season, we've been unlucky. We've had injury problems. We've had times where we've been so close to scoring. But we've been denied. We've hit the woodwork over and over again. But right here, tonight, we got the job done, somehow, and registered our first away win of the league season. Barça 3, Villarreal 1. However we've done it, I will take it. Let's do this. Because in terms of Xavi's starting lineup, it was quite interesting when it first came out, because I think we all felt there from that selection like maybe it was going to be a similar shape to what we saw in the week against Benfica, maybe there with 3 centre-backs along the back line, but it didn't really play out that way, and especially when you're looking there at Eric Garcia, he was more tonight of a right back, and I do say more because he wasn't actually strictly playing only in that position. He was floating around, he was almost man-marking Moi Gomez at times, and there were, like I say, questionable tactics through this game which we are going to discuss. But if we start with those opening exchanges, because right from the word go, you knew right here you were in a game. It was a serious game from the very first minute. There was a really bad tackle there on Sergio Busquets from Dani Parejo. No card for that challenge, not even a yellow. I think that was actually bordering on red there, really high, straight in on his ankle. Very dangerous tackle, but luckily Busquets was absolutely fine. Then, from a corner kick, we could have taken the lead, and that was our first big chance of the game there. It was Abde, surprising man in the box, getting up well, heading on target, and it was tipped over there, very close to the crossbar too. The header from Abde. Then, though, came the big chance for Villarreal, and also another questionable refereeing decision, because as you can see here, Eric Garcia gives away a criminal pass from that right-back position. He puts his head in his hands, because Danjuma is through on goal, and we were only saved by a sliding Gerard Piqué there, blocking it brilliantly, but did he do that with his hand? That you can decide for yourselves. There was also, though, a big chance in those early moments for Xavi, because it was Memphis Depay in the area. The ball actually fell then on the edge of the box to Xavi. He's driving in there, shoots across goal. It looks to be going in, but again, we're agonisingly close. We are so close in that moment. It actually there just grazes the post on its way past. Before then, as we approach the 20th minute mark in the game, came the biggest chance of Barca, and it was really on this moment that the game switched direction, because this was a big chance for Memphis Depay. Brilliant ball in behind from Frenkie de Jong. The ball was so good that Memphis, all he had to do was finish it. This was literally the finishing touch. He didn't need to set the ball. The pace on it was good. It was right in front of goal. Choose one way or the other, but Memphis puts it wide. And not only just wide, doesn't only miss the target here, but it's a long way wide. But what I would look at, especially knowing what we do, what happens when the game goes on, Xavi's reaction, very interesting there. Because usually after such a big chance like this, you'd see the coach on the sidelines with his head in his hand, berating a player maybe for missing that chance. But no, Xavi, as you can see here, puts a thumbs up towards Memphis. He's clapping enthusiastically. He's almost saying to the players, keep that going, keep that up. And it was clearly there a lot of encouragement the way of Memphis, and boy, would he later on repay his coach. But it didn't really go that way for a long time in the game, because from that moment, really, Villarreal had a lot of the momentum. The game very much changed direction, like I say. Again, there's questions about that Eric Garcia positioning, because time and time again there, we were being dragged inside from our right, and what that meant was that Villarreal, with Pedraza overlapping down the left, could really get in behind. Abde also wasn't sure what he was supposed to be doing, and there was a lot of confusion there about those tactics there, especially in the wider areas. Villarreal had plenty of chances there on our goal. Pau Torres, as well, as you can see here from a corner, Ter Stegen gets stuck underneath it. He goes to ground. Pau Torres with an open goal, but luckily for us, he heads it over. And I think at half-time, we were all thinking there, number one, I'm very glad that it's 0-0. I'm glad that we haven't conceded. But at the same time, at half-time, we can't forget there the opening to that game that we had. We could have scored 1 goal, even 2 goals, certainly there with Memphis, with Xavi. We were unlucky too, but the second half was about to explode into life. Because we did start the second half very, very quickly indeed, and Abde was the man running at Villarreal and causing problems on that right side. I tell you what, when he gets one-on-one with you, when he's running at players, he is so dangerous, all that pace. He's got really good close control, and you just can't stop him. He gets a really good ball in, deep cross into the box there. It actually ends up going to Jordi Alba on the other side, and I think what Alba does is very, very good here, because he doesn't just cross it back in, he really does fizz one in there with a lot of power. Villarreal can't deal with it. Memphis is there with the goalkeeper. Rulli spills it, and who is on hand there to tap it home? It is Frenkie de Jong for a big Barcelona goal, even though, of course, initially it was ruled offside. We didn't get the chance to really celebrate this one, but don't worry, because later on, we all get that opportunity once again, but still in the game, we didn't really have it under control. We didn't really have the game under our spell because Villarreal kept coming forward. There was a lot of gaps in our defence. I think the defence tonight, guys, honestly, it looked disjointed. It looked all over the place. There was a lot of confusion there, I feel, between all of those defenders, the kind of spaces that were appearing in between each of them. And I think things got much worse for us, as you can see right here, when Jordi Alba went off injured there. He has a muscle problem. He couldn't continue, just pulled up there off the ball. He then had to go off, and it was Mingueza who came on at left back. Now, I do wonder, is Serginho Dest fit? He's on the bench, but is he ready to come on? Because surely, if he was, you'd put him at left back before you put Mingueza there, because right away, he looked very uncomfortable. There was a warning sign, a ball went over the top, he didn't deal with it. Then Trigueros put one over the bar for Villarreal, and just moments later, eventually, I think they got their goal, and I had to say at the time, it was very deserved for them. And the goal was actually shocking from us. It starts from our own throw. We get beaten to the ball once. We get beaten to the ball twice. Every single time there, the ball goes in the direction. The ball is played forward. We don't deal with it. Every single time the Villarreal player gets there first, moves it on. We don't want it enough. Villarreal get in with Chukwueze. Again, Mingueza doesn't get tight enough, doesn't stop him there at source, and it's a great finish. And Villarreal at that point looked not only like they were back in the game, but you thought from then on it would be they who went on to win it. However, isn't this why we love football? Because from absolutely nothing, with 2 minutes to go in the game, on 88 minutes, Marc-Andre ter Stegen plays a long ball forward. I have to say, his distribution today was pretty good. He did a few of these balls here in behind there, looking to play on the counter-attack, and it was well executed here. Memphis looking to get on the end of it. Now, Villarreal get to that first ball, but the header goes back, and not with much power at all. Memphis there is chasing it down. He's determined to get on the end of it. He wins it, he's in on goal, he looks to take it around the goalkeeper, and this is the part here where I think all of our hearts were in our mouths. We didn't know what was going to happen, but I have to give him credit, huge credit, for keeping his cool, keeping calm. The composure here was fantastic because he doesn't rush the finish. That is not easy there. Although you think, you know what, the hard work is done and past the goalkeeper, there is still a lot to do here. He takes a little look, he knows exactly where he is, where he needs to put that ball, and he does it. Memphis Depay with a wonderful goal, a much needed goal, kissing the Barça badge. And that's what it meant to every single one of us. And from then on, we were all hoping that Barça would keep that lead. There was 6 minutes of added time. But what that meant was not that Villarreal would have time to get back in it, but that Barça would have time to get the job done and get another goal, because actually we controlled the game in those final minutes. We kept the ball in Villarreal's half. That's what we have to do. Coutinho was the man who came on. He did pretty well, I've got to say, won the penalty kick there, then took it himself, scored brilliantly, and then the Barça bench goes wild. Xavi there with some brilliant celebrations, surrounded by his staff, surrounded there by the subs that were on the bench, and this did feel today. Yes, it wasn't the perfect performance. Believe me, it was far from it, and there's many things here that we've got to improve, but this was a huge win. This was about coming together as a team, finding a way to win. We haven't done it away all season. This is a tough place to go. Villarreal showed tonight they're a very good team, but we did it. We found a way. We got the goals. 3 of them. Can you believe that? Barça have scored 3. And of course, guys, we are going to be talking plenty more about this game. We're going to be going into the tactics, about what we did well, about what we did not so well as well. Of course, there's going to be plenty to talk about. But what is really important now is that we've got this under our belt. Nobody can take this win away from us. Nobody can try and discredit this win. It is 3 vital points which we haven't been getting this season. We haven't been winning these games. We haven't been competing at the business end of matches. Tonight, we dug our heels in, we were determined, and we did not give up until the end. And Xavi's Barça have done it! So please leave your thoughts in the comments down below on that roller coaster of a night. It was plenty of emotions throughout the game. There was highs and there was lows. Let me know how you thought about it all. What did you think of the goals? What do you make of the result? I will see you soon, guys. And please do enjoy this one. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça!